It's Friday, April 24th. Today on the Auburn Torch, a debate surrounding college tennis plus Auburn men's golf in the third round of the SEC tournament. Let's take a look. Right now on the Auburn Torch, Auburn men's tennis. Story about Nicholas Hang as Auburn's fourth year standout as Auburn goes into the NCAA tournament, awaits their NCAA tournament positioning. But first, let's take a look at golf. Let's swoop over to golf. We will be back. We will circle right back to tennis because Auburn men's golf is just about to tee off at the third round of SEC championships. Auburn in very good position. First place in stroke play, going into the final round of stroke play, 27 under, 5 strokes ahead of second place Texas, and 15 strokes above the cut line, above 8th place South Carolina. The top 8 move on to match play, as we've said. And that's all you need to do is be in that top 8 of match play. Also on the individual leaderboard, Jackson Koiven coming up big, taking the lead yesterday. Fired the same 6 under both rounds, but consistency is key, right? 12 under to take the lead and held it held the lead by 2 strokes entering today's third round. It's about 8:15 as I record, so Auburn is just about to tee off. In the second round, if you're watching on video, here's your scoreboard. We talked about it yesterday, covering up for Jake Albert, and yes, indeed, Auburn did drop that score from Jake Albert with Koiven going 6 under, Gilbert 5 under, Pope 5 under, and Logan Riley went even, which is 4 strokes better than Albert, who went 4 over. Scattered birdies, front 9 and back 9. The thing about it now is Albert you're not out of it after a round. You can turn around and contribute to the team in a major way the next day because 5 golfers go, top 4 scores count. It can be any of the golfers, so you can have your score dropped on day 2 and have your team's best score on day 3. So Albert gets a total reset today. He did eagle on 15. Yesterday, so coming into it a little hot. Something to watch this weekend. Remember, Saturday will be quarterfinals and semifinals. 36 rounds of 36 holes of golf. That'll be the Elite 8 and the Final 4, and then the actual final is on Sunday, 18 holes. So keep in mind, if Auburn makes it all the way through, Saturday is the long day. Backing up. Tennis. Let me catch my breath real quick. Story on AuburnTorch.com about Nicholas Hang. He is Auburn's Court 3 player. He's a very interesting case. It was great to talk to him after the Alabama. I talked to him after the Alabama game earlier this year, and that was a great time to talk to him because he is the only in-state player on either side, and I mean, there's only a few from Georgia too, so only a few people, even knew what the Iron Bowl was because there's so many international players in the SEC. We're gonna talk about that in a second, and but here's it's his journey, and it's a complex, pretty complicated one because he's from Madison, but he didn't just in-state player come to Auburn. He trained in Tulsa for like 5 years, pretty much his whole teenage years. And trained in Spain for a year. Went to a tennis academy, kind of like a boarding school situation, and lived on the courts. And he tells me all about it. So, check it out, AuburnTorch.com. Auburn men's tennis, they're number 20 in the ITA, 8th or 9th or something in the SEC standings. But the NCAA tournament took 12 SEC teams last year, or 11. Auburn pretty comfortably should be in the NCAA tournament. And they are just awaiting their selection on Monday. So we'll see if what site they get sent to. We'll see if that's if that win over Alabama is his last match with Alabama, it's and he's also an interesting case because he is a fourth-year player. He is celebrating his senior day. He does have a year of eligibility though, and he's going to go to Michigan where there's a grad program that he wants. So he's actually very strangely, fully committed and signed to play as a grad transfer next year. Not instead of like hit the portal, do that song and dance, keep it a secret. He's just openly committed to Michigan, which is very interesting compared to other sports. But, Bobby appreciates him. Bobby appreciates what he's got from him, and everyone gets along. Everyone's cordial about it. I saw this on Instagram actually this morning. Patrick McEnroe. This was probably a couple days ago. Yeah, April 20th. Here, I'll read it out loud for audio listeners. Patrick McEnroe, not John, Patrick, tweets out, just recheck the numbers. ACC and SEC men's team finals. 24 singles players, 3 Americans. Hello. Oh, it's only men. I was about to say, if this was a women's team final, there's a couple Americans on Auburn. Anyway, talking about men only. That's a system. I don't even know who was in the SEC men's final. That's a system that's lost its balance, he says. College sports used to develop American athletes. Now it's short-term wins, global recruiting, and no structure. If American players don't have this pathway anymore, where do they go? I'll be talking about this tonight on Newsmax with Greg Kelly. To which my response, my response to that is, figure it out, dude. Figure it out. Brother, people are in here talking about, we need a cap of how many international kids get scholarships. No. Figure it out. Get better. Get good. Of course, the ACC and SEC, and I imagine Big Ten, have the international players. They're the good ones right now. How many top Americans are on top of Grand Slams right now? They're the better players. Figure it out. Nicholas did. Hang did. He's like, I'm not getting better playing other Alabama. I'm not getting better playing Region 17A. Bro, I gotta go to Academy. I'm not getting better here. So how do you get better? So obviously proof positive. How do you get better? You go play better players. How would an American get better collegiately? Playing the best players, right? There's no, it's ridiculous. And there's so many people in the comments. It's so annoying. Like, they should go to Americans. And it's like, bro, earn it. Earn it. Earn it. Be the better player, right? My favorite comment, of course, was, how many slam contenders did Patrick McEnroe produce when he was the head of player development at USTA? None. Absolutely none. And he was head of development at the USTA. Yeah, shouldn't the USTA be developing players? What is the colleges, we always do this. It's always like, the player, it's the coach's job to win, or the colleges need to win. Everything's about winning. Well, yeah, then you're going to go get the best players, dude. So, anyway, I just thought I saw that this morning. I was like, this is quasi-related to, not Nicholas really, but, kind of the against anecdotally, how few Americans, or how he's kind of, the minority on his team, being someone who grew up watching the Iron Bowl and stuff like that. Like, he's a minority in that case at Auburn and at Alabama. Alabama don't have any of those kind of kids. And, even with the women, like I talked about DJ Bennett, like those, I've talked to her about it too, is like those rivalry games surely mean more to her. She grew up a Florida fan, but she grew up an SEC fan and knows, they only, there's so many international kids, and then the other ones are from Northeast or out West. That's someone, even if you're a Florida fan, you grow up watching the Iron Bowl, it's the rivalry. And so once you're in it, you know more about it than the others. They also say once they're in it, they get invested in it and they love it. They love, even the international kids I've taught you just love the rivalry. Like, they just love, like, okay, this is the game we get excited for. That's cool. But I don't know, man. It quasi related to what we talked, what the article with Nicholas. Just figure it out, man. Figure it out, and so just get better. And how else? And the way to get better is to play international players. Patrick is welcome to watch Division II, Division III NCAA tennis. And then he can make up his where it's dominated by Americans, and he can make up his mind about the quality or what he would rather watch, right? Tennis is, now what's my suggestion for Americans to get better? I don't know. Incentivize it at a youth level. I think tennis and soccer have a way of, I could go on a tangent, a way of not being Americanized maybe enough to where you watching Premier League or watching Spanish soccer, part of the appeal is almost the European escapism, almost like how American kids watch anime and like there's an escape to Japan when you do it. And I think in the same way, soccer and maybe even tennis has that international flavor to it. Does that make sense? And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but like if you want the best American athletes, right, to get into it, it's got to be a little more. There's got to be. You don't have to take that. It's not necessarily a subtraction of that, but there has to be an addition of American culture. The rappers aren't rapping about tennis players. You know what I mean? Well, I guess they were rapping about Serena, but Serena and Venus. You know what I mean? The none of the country songs are about it either. There's got to be, maybe not a change, not a subtraction of what the culture is currently, but an addition. Anyway, feel free to shout out in the comments. Let me know if you agree with old Patrick here. I don't. But let me know if you do. Hit us up. Comments on the torch. I'll read it out next time. Speaking of next time, all right, let me get out of here. Next time, next Monday on the 27th, that one might be pre-recorded. We don't know. Our schedule here at the house is about to change a little bit. I think I'm going to pre-record at night for about a week and see how that goes. Right now, I usually just do it, record first thing in the morning, and I like that because it's like, I don't know, forward thinking. Like, oh, here's today, and I'm in that today mindset too. But the advantage to record at night will be I can post them way earlier. So I'm going to post them at like 6 a.m. And so if it's never up in time for you, it should be up next week. So anyways, let's see how that goes. Let me know what you think about that, and we'll go from there. Hey, let me go. Let's get out of here. Men's golf all weekend long. We'll be following it. We'll see how they do, and I'll be back on Monday with another Torch Talk. So until then, take care.